Okay, I'm back. I know it's been a while. I've been kind of busy. But you see this behind me? I got that to work. I had that in my videos as a prop. Like it wasn't working. Well, I got it working. That controls all 2.4 gigahertz in this house. 27 clients are hooked up to that. Or nodes. Same thing. Nodes are the devices on the LAN. So that's what that's doing. So that has enough antennas. That's very strong. I did a site survey and compared to what I'm using on the other side. So even though the other side I had the 2.4 gigahertz band, right, and the 5 gigahertz band, both of them working and beam transforming them together, so it would be like one gigantic, yeah. But the problem with that is the 5 gigahertz suffer. So when you do testing on the network, the speed is not high. Now the speeds are almost 500 megabytes down. That's what I'm averaging. But you gotta remember, there's a lot of things going on in the network too, and the network is here working in harmony. But like I said, I can watch 4K TV. I can stream 4K from the internet to the TV. I can cast 1080p, HD, 60 frames per second. There's no problems there. Everything works. Sometimes Google has this little thing, but I think what's causing that is because Google's running a lot of things in the behind the scenes. It's ooh. It's Sally. She's cleaning the cleaning robot. That's what I'm talking about in this video. I could never get this to work, and I give it a bad review on Google Play Store because the way they have it set up, these cleaning robots. Well, it's on the network. It's a network device. Yeah. It had its own hotspot. So you have to connect to the hotspot. A lot of people get confused. How come it doesn't connect like it's supposed to? It's not a plug and play device. So you have to connect it as a hotspot. Like I was saying, that's the way it has to be hooked up. It's 2.4 gigahertz with their hotspot. So your phone has to be put on 2.4 gigahertz. Then it's switched over to their hotspot network. And if it works, cross your fingers. But I think they got the bugs out. It took them 2 years to fix it. Now it works. But I've been using it all this time without using their app. So basically it's a smart robot, right? It uses your phone to control it. Or it comes with its own remote control to control it. It's over there someplace. Let me see. No, it's not looking for it. It could be in the kitchen. I don't know. Someplace. I'll find it. Well, the remote control, it controls it completely. I call it Sally. So I'll give you an example how this works with Google. Hey Google, stop Sally.
Got it. Stopping Sally.
You see that? It wouldn't never work before. So it stopped Sally. So Sally is what you hear in the background making that noise. Now, one of the viewers from my other channel says, I had talked about Sally the robot because I would say, okay, hey Google, start Sally.
All right, starting Sally.
And then I would say, Sally, what are you doing? I'm cleaning. I have started cleaning. Leave me alone. I got to clean. Move away so I can clean. Oh, I'm an impressionist. I do, I can throw my voice. I know, you can hear me speak. Sally, what are you doing? Leave me alone. I'm cleaning. Get out of my way. I'm cleaning. Here I come to save the day. I know. Well, anyway. So that's it. It works. I had to change 4 75 watts Wi-Fi bulbs. I never realized that the bulbs. I was saying, gee, why aren't these 2 bulbs up on the top? Well, this room doesn't have it like that. 2 bulbs were not bright. they were going bad. So I replaced all 4. It's a pain in the neck though, because those bulbs are not cheap. They're expensive. But, I need multicolors. There's the only way to do it. Another way is to buy the strip. Sometimes it's good when they had them on sale, dirt cheap, you grab them. I try to grab everything that's dirt cheap. Because right now, things could be expensive. Oh my. I can hear something, and sounds like something stuck in the blade. Okay, like I was saying, on that vacuum cleaner, it comes with a filter. They're standardized. They're all in same filter. But why I make my own filter? It's the same filter I use for the central air conditioning, and the same filter for the SUV. It's called the cabin filter. They charge a lot of money for when you in your vehicle. You can make your own. You didn't know that? Yeah. The same. If you have central air conditioning, you can get a kit to make your own filter. It's a 4-layer filter with carbon. It can last before you change it. It's 4 years. Well, it's actually washable, so it can last a long time. It can last until it falls apart. Then you have to replace it. It's like $9 for it, but you got a big sheet. DuPont makes it. Well, actually, DuPont did not. I'm not promoting them. I'm just telling you who makes it. It was another company, but I guess they got taken over by DuPont. It happens. So I would put the filter. I would put it in my SUV, and when I used to take my vehicle for servicing, he said, "Oh my God!" He said, "Oh my God, your filter is black." No, that's the carbon. It's just crazy. But like I said, if you have central air conditioning, that means you have an air handler and a blower inside in the closet, and then you have the main unit outside. I service my own. I take care of my own system. For me to call them to come here, it's $150 just for them to clear out the line. I can do it myself. That's what I do. I take the hose. I have a retractable hose. You see the hose. It's 50 feet and it turns to 100 feet. I got one of those. Those break, by the way. Make sure you get the repair kit for them. I did my own. I had to repair it. It's poorly constructed, but when it works, it works. I brought that inside of the house. I opened up the air handler, and I sprayed a solution of white vinegar and like that Dawn, that blue Dawn, something. Well, generic. You can get Walmart brand, or you can get BJ's brand. It's all the same product. And you just mix it together with bleach, and you spray it on there. Not bleach, sorry. I'm thinking, vinegar and that detergent, and you spray it on there and let it soak in there. Then you take the hose and you hose it out. It's the same process that you do with the handler, the unit outside with the fins. You don't want to, but you need to use a dog brush. They have metal. They're like this, like that. But you go up and down. You don't go across. You don't want to bend those fins. They got to be clean. If you got a dog in the house, then your air handler gets clogged. And if it gets clogged, then that's where the flow don't come out cold. Well, it doesn't blow properly. You think it's a blower. No, it's clogged in there. And once you clean all that out, and that line that's going through the system there, you put a little bleach in that. Then you put the bleach in that line, that trap to send out the condensate. Because when the air conditioning is going, it drops liquid like a water. It's like water, but that all that has to flow properly. If it's not flowing properly, then your air conditioning system's not working correctly. You can fix it yourself. Oh my! Hey Google, turn on the Living 2. Hey Google, set the Living 2 to white. See, it looks a different color. It's like a haze color. But yeah, because I lost the sun. The sun gone, so the room got dark. Yeah, this has a what's it called again? I think Marvel processor. It's 1.2 gigahertz. It has a lot of features in this little thing. Don't be fooled by this thing back here. Oh, I cut a hole. I had a heck of a time. I don't want to cut it too big because I want that's tripod for mics and stuff. I have a couple of those in the house, and lighting, and then just screw it on. Yeah. Remember, that's 2.4 gigahertz. You don't have to worry too much about that. Most of the stuff that's connected on that, you know, it doesn't really need it. But I wish the lighting. What's connected to that right now is the robot. Yes, the robot's on there. I'll have to I'll have to go in there and change the setting and set the priority. Oh, here she comes. We have to hold on to this. Sally, what are you doing? I'm cleaning. Leave me alone. Stop asking questions. I gotta keep cleaning. Yeah. I have a video on that. That's on the, for you to get to that video, you'd have to go, it's Albert's voice. Albert Ashton's voice, that's what it is. Yeah. I want to keep the channel. Oh, we have it. Oh, yes, the gaming channel is back again. I know, it bounced back and forth. Well, I have to see how it does. Right now, I'm only support. I play a couple of games, but right now I only play Star Trek Online and World Tank Blitz. And World Tank Blitz is what I play. I'd have to get some newer kind of a system to play the full versions of the games, because those games require something that the developers forgot to add in support for Atom processors. But the Atom processor. No, not the Atom, sorry, AMD processor. Okay. The AMD processor is unlike Intel. If you got an Intel computer that's running Intel CPU, Intel graphics, Intel subsystems, which is fast for some reason. When I do the speed test on the Intel system, it's much faster than an AMD system. The subsystem in the AMD is not the same as the Intel. Now, AMD might sell processors cheaper, and they might be a little faster, you know. But what about the subsystem? How's the subsystem, I guess? The subchip, the chipsets. That's the problem. See, a lot of you like the GFX video cards. They be making cards for a GeForce compared to a Radeon or Intel. Because Intel, remember, Intel makes the chipset motherboard. You can have, I don't know if you can have an Intel motherboard. I guess you could. The Wi-Fi, their Pro series Wi-Fi drivers, which was hard for me to find. They said, "Well, we don't support your Wi-Fi device anymore." I had to go on the underground and go find it. They call that the dark web. Well, like I said, if you're gonna go to the dark web, you better make sure that your browser has enough extensions to protect yourself, because you don't want to get malware on your computer. You don't want them to take over your computer. You know, if they ever take over your computer, hit the panic button and cut them off. Of course, you'll be out of whack for a while, but you know that's the best thing to do. And that computer that's been hit, take it off your network, blow it out. That means wipe out. You know, basically have to re-image it, because you don't want no pests. Remember, if they get into your machine, they'll drop off something. You can't find it. The Defender and a whole bunch of other things can't find anything. And I'm not kidding, because they're not designed. They don't know every little thing. It's only when they find out, then they update. That's how that process works, by the way. So that's why you need to get a NAS, or you need to don't keep everything on your main computer. It's dangerous. You don't want to go through that. It's stressful. It drives you crazy. It's like somebody coming in and taking your computer away. Yeah. Well, anyway, all this works perfectly. I was going to set up VLAN. Now, VLAN's virtual LAN. It's more security. I don't know if it's any fast. I don't know. But so basically, you have VLAN 1, VLAN 2. So, but you know, VLAN 1 can't communicate with VLAN 2. So, businesses have it. It depends how many devices. The more devices you have, Like all this could be isolated. Uh, well, this stuff here supports for VLAN to work. You need a switch that handles VLAN, so the router can have a little access to VLAN, but this switch does all the rest. But oh yeah, so yeah, like I was saying, everything is fast now. I thought this stuff was slow. Oh. When I do the speed test, it peaks at 1.4 gigahertz. Oh, sorry, 1.4 gigabyte. Then it drops. That's what the house would get. So I see that, but remember when the packets go out, then your ISP is gonna say, "Oh, I guess he's running a speed test. We'll give him a little speed." Okay, they got it set up in such a way. Basically, it's this: they have 5,000 gig down and 5,000 gig up. Yes, Xfinity. Yeah, that's what this guy said. But at the box, you only have 1.8. So say each 4 houses has 1.8. So 1.8, that's 2.5, 2.5. That's 3, 4, almost 5 gigahertz. Oh, it knocked my access point down. I gotta go fix that. Okay, I'm back. Oh, it's a pain in the neck. I need to get some transparent. See, there's some places where you can't run transparent tape or something like that. There's some places where you can't run the access point wire. Well, sure, I can run it up into the attic. Up there is a disaster because I used to pack things up there, so everything's up there. I made, like, if you ever watch a TV series called Hogan Heroes, they had tunnels buried underneath the camp. So that's what I have up there. I have I took all the dry wood, well, compressed wood, furniture, leftovers. I have a whole trail up in the attic, so I can just crawl. Well, I can't stand up. We got nails that coming out like that, so the shingles won't blow off. That was my late father had that idea. Why are these guys putting these short nails in there? So then when the hurricane comes, the tiles blow off. So the shingles blow off. So he put longer. They put longer, but there's a drawback with that, is because now you have to. You can't stand up, otherwise you get your back cut. But well, the proper way is to wire your house correctly. Is to run the wire, and they have devices that you can push it through, or you can send it down with wire, and you pull out, and you pull it, and you have a little jack box. The jack box, you plug everything in, and you connect. But the problem with the jack box is this: now that Wi-Fi, you have Cat 6, 7, 8 cables, and yet, so you had a whole bunch of Cat 5s and 3s in the house. They're obsolete. You have to rewire. So I have it wrapped up in like a large cable, and it runs right through. When you walk into the house, there's a thing I got from IKEA that has something like it's called a snake. You snake the wires in there. So I put that with Velcro, and it locks into place. But I don't need all these wires anymore because everything is Wi-Fi. Both printers, both the laser and the other one, the inkjet, they're Wi-Fi printers and scanner. So it's stuck. You hear the alarm? It's letting me know. It got itself stuck something. Let me see. I'll be right back. All right, so this time it was a glove stuck inside. Well, that's the studio room. Things do get on the floor. I mean, it's one thing if I had something that would snatch everything up and put it in its right place. But I got this too much stuff. Because you got to remember, I'm doing this tech stuff. I'm just talking to you. If I had something to show off, I'll show it off. But right now, I'm just talking to you. I'm just telling you updates, what's going on. We got this here and why that's there. And that's working perfectly. It wasn't working before. I wouldn't use that for 5 gigahertz. But, that's like I said. This is 802.11n. I don't know, the 5. I don't think it's AC and 5 hertz band. Maybe it is. I don't know. But I just know it's It's an N900. So that's 450 for 2.5 and 450 for 5 gigahertz. So it's not good for 5 gigahertz. It's good for 2.4 because most of the 2.4s are 3s, 450. Some of them say they're higher, but it's not really that. And the 450 is more like maybe 300. It really doesn't matter what it is because most of the stuff that's hooked up to it, like I said, doesn't really need anything fancy. And then we got the PA, the PAN. That's the private area network. Bluetooth they call it. Yeah. Limited range on that one. So you got a PDA, you got the LAA, PAN, the LAN, the WAN. You get the wireless WAN. You get the wireless LAN. Yeah, you can have WLAN. It's wireless LAN. So that's your local area network. That's what you got in the house. That's how your computers in your house communicate. Listen, this stuff I know might sound complicated, but it's fun once you got it hooked up. And then you can do your TV too. If your antenna's on the roof, you can plug your antennas directly to the TV or use an amplifier to do that, or you can get Home Run by Silicon. I think it's Silicon Graphics or whatever. Whoever, I don't know. I forget the name. That Home Run. So Home Run allows you to watch. You can watch 2 different channels at the same. Well, you really, I know. Okay, so you have a DVR through them, and you can record your channels. So you can watch one channel, right? Record the other. That sounds pretty cool. I have 4 tuners. 2 tuners with dual tuners in there, but that was at a different time. We can record 4 different things at the same time. Microsoft had the Media Center, but they killed that with Windows 10. Yeah, I don't want to do it no more. Everything worked perfectly with them. I never had a problem. But it recorded in a different format. Those recordings said I can't even access them because they record in a different format. It's weird, huh? My beef with these companies are like Google. If you're gonna sell us a wireless router, support it. Oh, she needs to go oversee. Sally, what's happening? I need to go and charge, but I'm gonna do some more cleaning. Don't ask me any silly questions. Yeah, well, that's what's happening now. The battery's getting low. It's yellow, I can tell. Now, all I'm saying is Google sells Wi-Fi products. How long are they going to support it till? When they stop supporting it, you can't use it because those are cloud-based routers. You're screwed. Look what happened to me with the ON. Of course, I can figure out how to get the. It's not an easy process. It's better if oh wow, there it goes. It's going to its home base. Let's see if it can connect. It backed up. There should be nothing blocking it. It should be able to connect. Well, let me go check on that. I'll be right back. Okay, it connected. What I did is I put Velcro on the bottom. The side that would stick to your carpet. I moved the base into the center a little bit. It's funny, for years it's been going to the other way. It can't detect it. But now it went and beeped. So it docked to charge. You can schedule that device to come on and clean. But you gotta make sure there's nothing on the floor. Look what it found. I don't know where it found this. So this is a Fire Stick. I think this is pretty new. It looks like it's new. I got a lot of these Fire Sticks. Anybody wants the Fire Sticks? We got a whole bunch of them. I guess I could sell them off eBay, but I have to wipe them so they don't have no information on there. Factory store them. This is the device, the slide load things. This it's like a USB extender plug, and they charge like $8 for this little thing. I got a couple of those in the house, but I'm not slide loading. You have send and receive app that you can take anything from your phone. Android works with Android, you know, Apple and Chrome OS. Chrome OS, like I said, I found out. I guess I didn't tell you. So the Chrome OS, you can't slide load anything. You can't put your own apps from your phone to it without going in development mode. You go in development mode, you wipe out your current operating system, and you go in this mode here. So your Chrome OS is not secured. That's a good little device, the Chrome OS book. It's a good little device to go on the dark web with. Okay, you don't have to worry about anything. But when you go on a Windows laptop, you gotta worry. But yeah, it's good for anything on the internet. You know, YouTube. You know, where you have a TV but you don't have anything hooked up, or a monitor. You want to Chromecast. I use Chromecast on certain things. I mean, I don't want to watch everything on my laptop, so it comes in handy. Ooh, what time is it? Hey Google, what time is it?
It's 9:10 a.m.
Okay. Well, yeah, she comes in handy, you know. You can tell her to set the timer. If you have a timer to set, you can tell her to remind you of important things to do if you can't remember. She's your go-to person. We would call her Girl Friday. That's an assistant that would help you. That's what she does. I mean, or it could be him if you want to hear a man's voice. I don't want to hear no man's voice. I rather hear a woman's voice. I like her voice though, Ozzy. I've been watching that. It's called Sea Patrol. Hey Google, turn on the living room TV. Let me see if I can tell you what I'm watching. It's pretty good show. I'm not promoting anybody, but I'm just saying. I think it's something out of Australia. Hey Google, turn on the living room TV.
Got it. Turning on the living TV.
Now those on boxes that we get from, you know, Walmart, those are 5 gigahertz. They're not 2 gigahertz. Well, this TV didn't come with those smart features. That was extra. I don't want those in there because what happened to become obsolete? Let's see. Yeah. Oh, I'm watching Sea Patrol. Check it out. I'm not promoting it, but I would recommend it because it's. I like watching stuff. That's Australian. It's Australian TV. It's in English. Yeah, they speak English. It's like they use like it's not a destroyer class. It's a little small like cruiser, and they have a little 5mm gun in the front. I think it's dual gun, and they can go after sea pirates and things like that. It's sea related, but hey, you get to see a little battleship running around in the screen. It's pretty cool. I don't know if that's free.